What it is, guys, it's your boy Alan Slaughter with an episode of Alanizing, and today we got the conference championships in the NFL. Gonna get over those two games, and then we're gonna over the Super Bowl preview. But first, let's get into the NFC Championship game that happened. Now it's about to be a week now. So the Eagles won. The Eagles beat the Washington Commanders 55-23. Now, I did not expect the beating of this magnitude, but when you lose the turnover battle 5-0 in Philadelphia, the score might end up like that. It was a fumble by De'Ami Brown. It was punched out by Zach Bond. There was a fumble on a kick return by Nicholas, and then there was a fumble by Eckler, which was a great punch by Burks, and then there was an interception by Quinyon Mitchell. So it was the 4 turnovers by the Commanders. The Eagles scored on all these turnovers. They scored 4 touchdowns. So, obviously that's why it was the score. Jaden Daniels, he played pretty well. Okay, he didn't lose the game for them. He was 29 out of 40. A lot of passing attempts for a rookie. 255 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 83 QBR, and a 72.8 passer rating. He did well on 4th down. He went 4 for 6. They were going for 4th down to hella quick in the game, but just too many times they went to 3rd or 4th down very quickly because of their poor run game. Without Jaden's runs, okay, as a unit, the Commies ran for 51 yards on 19 carries. Eagles shut down the run game. That's why he threw 48 times. Zach Ertz, the tight end, had 11 receptions of those. He had 104 yards. McLaurin had 3 catches, 51 yards, 1 touchdown. The Eagles defense had 3 sacks, 4 QB hits, 8 passes defended. And I told y'all, bro, this D-line could cause some problems. And they did. In the preview, I was saying that. They didn't rattle Jaden, but they did shut down the run, and it put them in 2nd and 3rd long situations where them boys had to go hunt, where they could go hunt, and they did. Shout out to Zach Bond. I think he played an outstanding game. He had caused the fumble. He had 8 solo tackles, and Cooper DeJean, he had 2 passes defended, and Mitchell had a pick and 2 passes defended. So the Eagles defense, they went out there and did what they needed to do, being number 1 defense in the NFL. Jalen Hurts had been getting criticized heavily this playoffs, and today he played pretty well. He went for 20 of 28, 246 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, 72.3 QBR, and 110 passer rating, 3 touchdowns. And I remember an out route he threw to A.J. Brown for about 20-plus yards, and his best throw of the game was the one to Goddard before his touchdown to make it 34-15 for 26 yards. That was a dime. So I was like, bro, he's putting all the hate, the criticism to rest. Saquon Barkley, though, 15 carries, 118 yards, 7.9 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns. His first play from scrimmage, the Eagles' first play of the game, was a 60-yard touchdown for Saquon. Now, that play, for a normal running back, it probably gives them like a 6-yard gain, 6 to 7-yard gain. But Saquon, he takes it for 60. Like, bro, it's crazy, bro. He was kind of juking dudes on that run. Like, he was worth the free agency thing, okay? He was worth it. And now we're not even going to talk about the Giants, bro, okay? Because I got to go on. As a unit, the Eagles ran for 229 yards, 7 touchdowns. They ran for 7 touchdowns, the Eagles did, bro. I told y'all the Eagles had the upper hand in the running game, and it also opened it up for A.J. Brown, who had 6 receptions, 96 yards, and 1 touchdown. While Dallas Goddard had 7 catches, 85 yards. Obviously, the turnovers bent the Commies' defense backwards, but they got ran through, man. They actually stopped the Eagles 3 times in the first drive, basically, and then they missed a field goal and 2 punts. It could have been worse, bro. It could have been worse, but it was, they just they just stopped them in those scenarios. What am I saying, bro? In those scenarios. They had 2 sacks, 3 QB hits. Frankie Louvu, hella funny. He's trying to beat the snap. Got 2 encroachment penalties. And then Jonathan Allen got 1 as well. Then the ref said if it continues, Philly gets points. They're going to award them points. Which surprised people. I didn't know that was a rule. I was with the people. I didn't know that was a rule. But it makes sense, if you think about it. If they keep doing it, it takes away from the game. It disturbs the audience. We're going to get annoyed if this continues on. So I get it. I get why they would award points after, the penalties are repeated. But, the Eagles were low-key kind of assholes, bro. For baiting the Commies to do it over and over again with the tush push. So that was funny. I'm not saying, I'm saying assholes in a good way, assholes, and we're bro, you know what you're doing, bro. It's in the rule book, it's in between the game. It's the game in the game. I get it, but bro, they're assholes for that, bro. It was funny. Overall, Eagles won the turnover battle 4-0, and that's why they annihilated the Commies. And they head to Super Bowl 59, all right? Commies, they should be proud. I know I didn't expect them to be here. So they should be proud, and with a rookie QB, and they got here after being 4-13 last year. So hold your heads up high, and he's still got a lot to improve. So Commies got a bright future. Have a bright future. In the AFC Championship, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Bills 32-29. And bro, the Chiefs, bro, they just always find a way to win. They just always find a way to win, no matter how it is, right? No matter how y'all want to say they find a way to win, but they just find it. I want to start off with the 2 controversial calls. Start off with that because that's the elephant in the room. First play, Josh Allen, 4th and 1, and the Worthy Bishop play. Those are 2 plays. But the first play, the Allen play, looking at it, I thought it was a first down, from the TV. But y'all gotta remember, bro, the yellow line, a lot of people are talking about the yellow line. The yellow line on TV is not 100% accurate. That's just for us viewers. That's for the audience. It's not for the refs. The refs don't use that yellow line. They can't see that yellow line. The yellow line's not there. It's just for TV. So, a lot of people are talking about that. They see past the yellow line. The yellow line's not 100% accurate. They just do it for TV. So it's hard for the refs to see. And even when you go to the replay, his back is turned to the first down marker. So you have no idea where the ball is, no idea where it's at. Especially I get why the refs called it like they did. But, still, it could have gone either way. The Worthy Bishop toss-up play, though, that was horrible, bro. That was an incompletion. It hit the ground. You can't see clearly who has the ball. Both dudes got hands on the ball. But it clearly hits the ground. You probably should have killed the play. Hamlin had a holding call on the play anyway, so they would have been backwards. KC would have had a first down, but more yards away. So refs just messed up there. And other than that, just from those 2 calls, apart from everyone saying the refs are on this side and the things, it's always the refs, always with the Kansas City Chiefs. I thought the refs were actually pretty good that day, apart from the 2 calls. The Chiefs had 5 penalties. The Bills had 6 penalties. So it was pretty even. No one was complaining on the touchdown when Matt Collins' touchdown, when clearly Trent McDuffie held, he interfered with the pass on Matt Collins, and they called that, and no one was tripping, right? Because obviously it was. So come on, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm not trying to defend the Chiefs. I'm just trying to be neutral. I'm trying to be in the middle. And both of y'all be extreme sometimes, bro. So I'm trying to call it even. But apart from those 2 calls, I think the refs were pretty good this game. But that incompletion, bro, the Bishop Worthy play, that was incomplete. Maybe the Chiefs still score, so it doesn't really matter. But, that was incomplete, bro. It was incomplete. Josh Allen, though, he went 22 34, 237 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 71 QBR, and a passer rating of 104.7. I think the immediate reaction is to cuddle him because he played a good game. He started off kind of jittery, but then he continued to roll on, and he got better from there. But I actually think he deserves some criticism here, because even after those two calls, even after the defense can't stop anything, it was 32-29. Okay, Bill. I mean, Chiefs are winning 32-29. There's 3 minutes left in the game. This is your opportunity, Josh, to get a drive going, to go score, to win the game. And you didn't get it done. And that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Don't come up with me that the defense and the calls, after, like I'm saying, after all that, the score was still 32-29. 3 minutes left in the game. You have a chance to go score, and you didn't get it done. He didn't get it done, though. Now, obviously, people bring up, even apart from that, they bring up the play calling. It wasn't good, But if he had scored, no one would say anything about the play calling. He just didn't get it done. And then, people are obviously going to bring up the Kincaid drop, and he dropped it for sure. But, bro, let's be real, bro. That was a prayer throw, bro. He just threw it. And we're going to talk about the Chiefs later on about that, the defensive play. But he just threw it. The blitz is coming. He just threw it up to see where it is. And Kincaid, he has to run back because it's thrown behind him. So he has to go back and try to get it. And he's even lucky he touched the ball. People were like, bro, it was right in his hands. No, bro, it hit probably his forearm. So he was lucky to even touch the ball. So I thought that play, people were saying it's an easy catch. Not an easy catch, bro. He literally has to go back to go get the ball. So that was not an easy catch. But, I mean, come on, guys. Come on, guys. But I thought the play was actually more credit to the Kansas City defense, and we're going to get to later on. But, Josh supporting cast showed up, dude. 147 yards rushing as a team. James Cook had 85 of those yards and 2 touchdowns. Hollins, 3 catches, 1 touchdown. Shakir and Amari both had 10 receptions between each other. O-line wasn't bad, so he just didn't get it done. There's no excuses, bro. When he had his opportunity, he didn't get it done. It might be harsh, but this is what separates you. Can you get it done? And he hasn't versus Mahomes versus Casey, okay? This is what separates him and Mahomes. This is what separates Mahomes and everybody else. That when he has the opportunity, he gets it done. Apart from the Carls, apart from all that, he gets it done. And that's what separates him from everybody else. That's just a fact. Okay, I don't care if you complain on this, bro. It's just a fact. 30 years from now, no one's going to remember that call. No one's going to remember that. They're just going to remember, did he win? Yes. That's all. That's all. That's it. So I'm saying, bro. People saying, bro, I know people are going to be like, bro, you're just D-Ryan Mahomes. No, bro. He's not my favorite player at all. But this is just the fact. Looking at it from a historical, neutral point of view, this is the facts. That's it. Kansas City's defense, though, it's going to move on to them. They had 2 sacks, 8 QB hits, 3 passes defended. They hung in there, the second half. They were getting ran through a bit. But Spagnuolo won it with that blitz call. With that corner blitz call on 4th down, sends pressure. Karlaftis sends Allen running, and he just has to throw it up, which leads to the incomplete pass. So a great play by the defense. This defense makes offenses fight for their yards. Buffalo seemed like it was they were having a difficult time just driving the ball, just even getting a few yards. They were having a tough time. So I got to give credit to Spagnuolo and his defense. Pat Mahomes, he was 18 for 26, 245 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, 87 QBR, 111.9 passer rating, and 2 rushing touchdowns. He also had 1 fumble. I mean, I'm not surprised, man. When Buffalo turned the ball over on downs with less than 2 minutes left and with all their 3 timeouts left, Romo said in the game broadcast that the game's not over. And I was like, Romo, come on, bro. You're wrong, bro. Game is over, bro. It don't matter that the Bills have 3 timeouts left. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are going to get a play. They're going to call a play that's going to get them the first downs to win the game. And that's exactly what happened, bro. P. Ryan becomes wide open on a crossing route. And then everyone's going to the screen, so he becomes open on that crossing route. First down, game over. We already knew this, bro. I don't even know why Romo. He probably said that for the ratings, but or if some miracle happens. But no, bro, we knew they were going to win. This is going to happen if the Bills did not score and they turned it over on down. That's exactly what happened. As a unit, KC ran for 135 yards. Hunt was 64 and 1 touchdown. Worthy had 6 receptions, 85 yards, 1 touchdown. And Hollywood Brown had 3 catches and Kelsey had 2. Buffalo's defense, 2 sacks, 7 QB hits. People are killing them, and I don't think they should, okay? They do deserve criticism for not being able to stop them in crucial periods, especially in the fourth. But they had the forced fumble, and they made them punt twice. They made the Chiefs offense punt twice, and they held them to a field goal in the end. So it could be 32-29, and Josh Allen has a time to go and score, which he didn't. So it goes back to that. And that's why overall I think Allen deserves some criticism. Okay, he couldn't get it done versus Mahomes again. He's 0-4 versus Mahomes in the playoffs. Like, this ain't a rivalry, bro. He owns the guy. He owns the Bills. But Patrick Mahomes, he owns everybody. Pat is tier 0 right now in the NFL. Not even tier 1, bro. He's tier 0, and everybody else is tier 2. His stats haven't been great since his last MVP season. So, like, basically since 2022, so these last 2 years, 2023 and the 2024 season. But when it comes to wins, accolades, and Super Bowls, no one is on his level in the NFL right now. He's chasing ghosts. He's chasing Tom Brady. That's who he's chasing. So, like, that's why I'm telling y'all, I'm not trying to be a Mahomes rider, but this is the facts. Take away your biases, bro. This is the facts. Like, he's tier 0. Everybody else is tier 2. That's the fact. Which brings me on to my Super Bowl preview. Super Bowl 59, the Chiefs versus the Eagles. KC is favored right now. Let me actually check right now. I don't even know like how much. Yeah, they're still favored by Chiefs are still favored by -1.5. So, you know, and I'm taking the Chiefs, bro. I'm taking the Chiefs 30-27. So they're going past the point, bro. -1.5, especially a toss-em-up game. So give me the Chiefs, bro. Give me the Chiefs. Philly's number 1 defense. All right, they can rush Mahomes. I'm not saying they can't. For sure, they are good versus the run as well. But I don't see them stopping them entirely, especially Mahomes, all right? To win, this defensive line is going to have to dominate, and I mean really dominate, like 7 sacks type of game, 10 QB hits type of game, 7 pressures type of game is what I'm saying. Like a Super Bowl 55. They're going to have to replicate what the Bucs did to Mahomes in Super Bowl 55. And that's when he hit both of his tackles were out. So it's going to be hard, where Mahomes has no time at all for anything. And that's the only way I think Philly could even like have a chance to win. Or not even a chance, but like a really good chance of winning. Philly, they can run the ball, obviously, with Saquon. Keep the ball away from the KC offense. Chiefs defense is top 10 versus the run, so it's pretty good. A.J. Brown versus Trent McDuffie. Repeated the last Super Bowl 57. So it'll be good. It'll be a good matchup. I think it'll be a fun game, right? Eagles have a chance for sure, like I was saying, but the only way they win, in my opinion, is if Philly blows the Chiefs out. I don't see that happening because it's a pretty even. It's going to be a close game somehow, and somehow Pat is going to pull it off, bro. Because I've just seen him do this numerous times, bro. Or the defense is going to pull something out. They're going to get a stop or a turnover. I don't know. But in a close game, bro, you got to give it to the Chiefs. They're going to somehow they're going to find a way to win. Or if you guys want to say, they'll get a car or something. So that's why I'm going with the Chiefs. And if I predict correctly, KC, it would be the first time a team in the Super Bowl era has a three-peat of Super Bowls. And in my opinion, if that happens, Travis Kelce would be the greatest tight end of all time. Andy Reid would probably be next to Bill Belichick, and Chuck Noll as the greatest head coach of all time. I'd probably put him above Noll because, before Noll, I would have to get into that later on. But I think, Reid, and especially with the times right now, I think Reid would be a top Noll and in the conversation with Bill Belichick as the greatest coach of all time. And then Patrick Mahomes would be the second greatest QB of all time in my top 5. Okay, and in serious talks for the GOAT, for the greatest quarterback, the greatest player of all time in the NFL. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, we'll see if they win. I think they will win. So we'll talk about more about that after the Super Bowl of how my rankings go. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. And see y'all in the Super Bowl. See you.